So to continue on from the last video, I'd just like to sort of continue with the idea of Todorov's theory of equilibrium to disequilibrium to new restored equilibrium. And obviously in my trailer, I started off with a sort of equilibrium where it's kind of you don't really know what's happening. There's a sort of black screen, and then it leads into but the music running through it actually does create a sense of fear because it's building up, of ever increasing. I don't know if you can hear it. And in the beginning, it tends to be quite a lot of equilibrium. You don't there's a hints of disequilibrium. You can feel a sense of unnervingness, and you don't really know you don't really feel like there's actually a big part going to come up. But I wanted to build it up like that rather than just climax, 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 because people tend to get bored of that. It leads to them getting very sort of used to it, and then it doesn't scare them anymore. And so I did it in parts. I decided to do it with the fire, the blowing out of the candle leading into fire, to the fire ambulance noise, and then slitting of the throat. And it builds up slowly, and rather than sort of straight at you, and people not really finding it that scary because they're so used to it. And then I went into the scene of darkness where they're talking over again, and I wanted to continue that theme that I used in the beginning of black and mute, but I actually used the musical soundtrack this time along with a diegetic voice, because I wanted the audience to actually feel like they're building up into something more now. It's kind of building up into more of a tense sort of situation. And then I went into this scene, which is actually Katie talking to her Katie with her cousin after she's just murdered her cousin Amy, I think. Amy, and this is them talking to the police. This scene is actually sort of establishes what has just happened and lets the audience know the sort of general idea of what's happening. And then Katie looks directly towards the camera. And this hints more what actually her presence in the film is. There's sort of this idea of her innocent in the beginning, her sat amongst the candles, and then this, because she looks directly towards the camera, and you're wondering why. What is her presence in this film? And she obviously, this brings in elements of schizophrenia because of obviously her having two sort of sides to her, and this does actually make the audience more intrigued. Sorry, I had to get back to that point. And so basically, the element of schizophrenia that's created, it's sort of a key part in the trailer. But this particular scene where Katie looks at the camera signifies a shift in her emotion, a shift in the trailer, what's going to happen next. And by directly looking at the camera, it forces an interaction with the audience, and this could either make the audience uncomfortable or shocked. I challenged the media conventions for this trailer by using this scene because it's not usual for the character to look directly at the audience, but because obviously that's just wrong in the media world. But it engages the audience deeply because it's as if she's looking right at you right after Adam has told the police he doesn't know where his sister is, and her looking at the audience is suggesting that the audience knows something, or Katie does. It's dramatic irony with her involved. So obviously Adam doesn't know, but Katie does. And the positioning of the characters in the shot is distinct of a drama, because it's mid-shot, but within the context of what is happening within the film, the shot establishes a horror scenario. Well, because if it had been low angle, high angle, it may not have been as effective when she looked up at the camera. I'm just going to stop with this video and continue in the next one.